latest weather forecast. Plenty of fine weather to be had across southern England, however possible showers in Doane late this afternoon. Sorry everyone, I'm just receiving a shocking message. A man by the name of Charles Darwin, a controversial biologist in the area actually, has just released a book, The Origin of Species. We will now cross over to Oxford University, where it's all going down.
In fact, the human brain differs markedly from that of all other mammals.
Unfortunately, my Lord Bishop, you have been misinformed. If we are unprejudiced judges, we have to admit that there is as little interval as animals between the gorilla and the man as there is between the gorilla and the baboon.
I managed to track down the man himself, Charles Darwin. Hi Darwin.
Hi Brittany.
So can you please explain to our viewers this new theory of evolution?
Well Brittany, my theory is based on the following observation. In any population, there are differences between individuals. Not all members of the species are the same. Secondly, in any population there are members of the species who do not reach maturity, and these characteristics are removed from the population. Thirdly, survival of the fittest. That being, organisms with favourable characteristics will survive to reproduce. And lastly, favourable variations are passed on to offspring. They become more and more common within a population. This is how every species, including you and me, has evolved. I've named this theory natural selection, as it is in fact nature that has led to the species we have today.
Where did this theory originate from, Darwin?
It was first proposed by my grandfather Erasmus in 1794. He proposed one of the very first theories of evolution, suggesting that all life evolved from one common ancestor and branched off. His book, Zoonomia, inspired me to study evolution and actually write my own book, Origin of Species.
Very interesting, Darwin. Were there any other inspirations for your work?
Well, it was mostly my grandfather. However, I've also built on the works of John Baptiste Lamar. He believed that evolution was far simpler, and that animals change due to environmental changes. That is, that their bodily structures developed over one lifetime. For example, those structures being used more became bigger, while those being used less got smaller. He supported the notion of inherited characteristics, that being that changes are passed on to the next generation. However, he didn't believe that species become extinct, but rather that they just evolve into another species.
I hear that Huxley is a great supporter of this theory.
Yeah, he is. His evidence for the similarities between the anatomy of gorillas and humans greatly supports my theory of evolution. His debate with Wilberforce this morning was a big step forward in changing our society's understanding. So yeah, I'm really excited for this future.
What the hell? Paper! I stole my idea! Seems like there is some tension between naturalist Darwin and Wallace. We're going to have to cut to a quick break. So Wallace, you also had a big role to play in this theory of evolution. Can you please explain?
Yes, I did. On my expedition to the Dutch East Indies, I collected hundreds and thousands of specimens, which provided evidence for evolution. I eventually came to the conclusion that animals evolved by adapting to their environments. I sent this conclusion to my older mentor Darwin, but apparently he'd already made this discovery and my letter prompted him to publish in order to gain credit.
Well, that is very interesting. This theory has caused much upheaval. Let's see what the highly respected Bishop Wilberforce has to say.
The fact that Darwin thinks that mankind came from animal ancestors is ridiculous. The Church will not stand for this.
That was certainly an interesting day of news. Stay tuned for tomorrow night's edition.